I was raised like this.
Oh, there's a problem. Somebody took your pencil.
Lesson 3.4.
Dang it, Jason.
We are solving multi-step inequalities. So as we solve multi-step inequalities,
Thank you.
Good ask me. I have like 7.
I don't want your food.
Well, I've been picking a lot of them.
okay. Back in chapter 2, we solved one-step equations and we solved two-step equations and multi-step equations. Doing the same thing, except now it's inequalities. So it just means less than, greater than signs, right? So you guys are going to know the drill. Don't forget, when you multiply or divide by a negative, what has to happen when we multiply or divide by a negative? The sign flip-flops. So less than switches to greater than, or greater than switches to less than, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at example 1. Negative 6a minus 7 less than or equal to 17. So my question is, on a problem like this, like what's the last thing being done to a? If it's negative 6 times a minus 7 less than or equal to 17, what's the first thing I have to do here? No? If it's negative 6a minus 7, we want to do the opposite of subtracting 7, and we want to add 7. If I add 7 on the left, we're going to add 7 on the right. The negative 6a we will carry down. Minus 7 plus 7 is 0. Carry this sign down. So less than or equal to, I'm just going to carry it down. Robbie, put it back in the cubbies.
24. Come on, that wasn't even sneaky.
No, not at all. I watched him take it out of his pocket, and then yeah. This is why we have the cubbies.
Which number?
I don't know, just put it in one of them. I don't care at this point. I just don't want it on your body because you can't seem to control your phone impulses right now. So, okay. 17 plus 7 is 24. Am I done?
Nope, you have to subtract the 6 and subtract the 7.
Not subtract. Okay. So, if this is negative 6a, that's negative 6 times a. So we're going to divide by negative 6. If I divide one side by negative 6, we divide the other side by negative 6.
And then it equals a equals.
So negative 6a divided by negative 6, those cancel.
Negative 4.
We're at a.
Switch the signs.
Positive 24 divided by negative 6 is negative 4. And then I already heard Ryland say it, but the question you need to be asking yourself at the end of every problem, do I keep the sign or switch the sign?
Well, how do you know you need to switch the sign?
How do we know we need to switch the sign? Because
Oh, yeah.
remember on Thursday when I was last here, when you multiply or divide by a negative, you flip the sign. What is it we're dividing both sides by? Negative 6. So since we divided both sides by negative 6, my less than becomes greater than or equal to.
Well, you were here. Oh, yeah, you were. I don't know why I grabbed that. Because we didn't do a lesson.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this should be doable.
Yes.
I graded test from chapter 2, and as long as it doesn't get confusing, you guys know what to do with these basic ones, I felt like. I mean, yeah, careless mistakes here and there, but I felt like we know the basics here. Okay, example 2. 50 greater than 8/10 x plus 30. I have a suggestion to make. You know what my suggestion is going to be?
Do the math. Flip it.
I'm going to say flip it, because right now I have my x on the right, and I prefer my x to be on the left. So I'm going to take both sides, take the sides as they are, and flip them. So 0.8x plus 30. I'm going to write on the left. 50 is going to move to the right. Since I took these two pieces and I flipped them, my greater than becomes less than. So there's two times you would flip a sign. If you multiply or divide by a negative, or in this case, if we flip the pieces. Now, if it's 0.8 times x plus 30, what's the step I take?
Subtract 30 from each line.
Okay. If it's 0.8x plus 30, we're going to subtract 30. If I subtract 30 on the left, we're going to subtract 30 on the right.
You carry down the 0.0.
Yes, I agree. We're going to carry down the 0.8x. 30 minus 30
0.
is 0. Carry down the less than. 50 minus 30,
20.
20. Am I done?
No, you
To
divide.
Okay. I'm not done until it's x equals or x less than or greater than. If it's 0.8 times x, we're going to divide. If you divide the left, you divide the right. 0.8x divided by 0.8 is just going to be,
0.
20 over 4.
wait, 0.8x divided by 0.8,
Oh, x.
just x, right? 20 divided by 0.8. 25?
I think so.
Okay, it is. Now, I didn't write in a sign because I always wait and ask. Keep it or flip it?
Keep it.
Okay, I divided by a positive 0.8. So I'm just going to carry the sign down as is. X less than 25.
No, this next one. Add the 3.
5 minus 3n greater than negative 4. What is our job here? What are we trying to get by itself?
In.
Okay. Our job in the end is eventually to solve for n, isn't it? Which means we need to start off by getting 3n by itself. So how am I going to get that 3n by itself?
You add.
Add. No, subtract 5.
Okay, what are we trying to move away from the 3n?
5.
And moving away from the 3n is a 5. It's a positive 5. How do I move a positive 5?
Subtract.
We're going to have to subtract 5. If I subtract 5 on the left, I'm going to subtract 5 on the right. 5 minus 5
0.
cancels. Bring down the
3.
minus 3n.
No, you don't.
Carry that minus down with it.
Then you're going to do the 4 times side.
No. Carry the sign down. Negative 4 minus 5. What is negative 4 minus 5?
Negative 9.
Negative 9?
You divide.
Am I done?
No, you don't divide.
No, because I don't have n by itself. If it's negative 3 times n, we need to divide. I'm dividing by
3. Negative.
specifically negative 3. Negative 3n divided by negative 3.
0.
Not 0 technically, but 1n. Okay, on this side, 3 divided by 3 is cancels to be 1n, so that's n. Negative 9 divided by negative 3. There's the 3.
Push this side back.
Why am I switching?
Could negative.
Because right here, guys, right? We divided by a -3. So greater than becomes less than.
Alright, so this next one.
I don't think you guys will complain too much. Because we ate pie first and everything today, I was going to skip the word problem. If we have lots of time at the end, we can come back to it, but I want.
I already started.
I don't care what we do. I'm just
It's not a bad one. It's really
It's
not.
real easy, actually.
Oh,
By the looks of it, it looks easy.
alright.
We can look at it real quick. You want to make a rectangular banner that is 18 feet long. You have no more than 48 feet of trim for this banner. What are the possible widths?
Alright, so I already know how I'm gonna do this.
What is the shape of the banner?
32 feet.
The shape is a
Oh, right.
rectangle. What do we know about this rectangle?
It's 18 feet long.
It's 18 feet long. And what is it asking us to find?
The width.
Possible width.
Oh, I did this wrong.
Possible.
Now, well, again, keep in mind, we're in inequalities, right? So it's going to be less than or greater than some number.
I was trying to do the 2 lions over 100 over eggs.
No. Okay. Now, it's talking about trim. Do you guys understand what they mean by trim?
Wait, are we talking about like trim for a house or?
Well, what do you think of when you think of trim?
Like the.
What's it doing? It's going around the edge, right? The border. Okay? So if we're talking about the trim of this banner, mathematically, what is that?
Another rectangle?
What is that I'm tracing, though? What is the distance around a rectangle?
Circumference. Yeah, circumference.
Perimeter. Circumference is the specific word for circle. It is perimeter, but specifically for a circle. So perimeter. So how do we find this?
I did it 18 plus 18.
18 plus 18.
Which gives you 36 minus
Well, hold on.
20.
Hold on. We've got to think inequality here. What can we use for these two sides if we don't know them?
Okay.
Okay? So think 18 plus x plus x. Now, it says no more than 48.
So you can't go above 48.
So if it's not more than 48, it is
Less than.
less than 48. And no more than. I think it can be less than or
Equal to.
equal to. That's what you have to solve there.
6.
Now, on the left, 18 plus 18,
36.
36. X plus x. 1x plus 1x is 2x. And then, doesn't this just look like the ones we just did?
Yep, so you just subtract 36 from both sides, which gives you 12, and then 12 divided by 2 is 6.
Okay. And the only thing I would say about 6, my answer is not just exactly 6, though. It's
6 feet.
But again, it's not exactly 6. It's any number that is less than or equal to 6. Because we just want the trim to be less than or equal to 48. So it could be, the width could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So, okay, so to move the 36, we subtract 36. 2x less than or equal to 12. And then if it's 2 times x, divide by 2. X is less than or equal to 6. And I think I heard Rylan say feet. Or Jason or somebody said feet.
Hale's right here.
What?
She should also say
No.
Thought I said Jason. That's what I was trying to say.
no, she said
We said
Halen.
Halen, Jason, Caleb? Robbie's just heard his own.
Okay, let's look at our bottom examples here. Are we all writing our notes down?
Not today.
Hey, Rob.
Gentlemen?
Light.
Okay, guys.
Oh.
This is next example. I see parentheses.
Oh.
Now, how do I deal with those parentheses?
You do them. What you
They need to be first. What do we do with the parentheses?
2 times 4.
Okay. So, ooh, did I hear the word?
Yeah.
Distributive? Okay, so yeah, he's telling me to multiply. We're going to take this 2. Now, keep in mind, what kind of 2 is it?
Negative.
It's a negative 2. We're going to multiply it by 4m,
What's going to be negative 8?
and we're going to multiply it by 7.
And 2 times 7 is 14.
Now, the 5 is just going to
Good out.
carry down. Negative 2 times 4m, so I hear 8.
And then 2 times 7.
Because it's negative times positive, I'm going to say minus 8m.
And then plus 14.
Nope, subtract 14.
Negative because it's negative 2. Negative 2 times 7 is going to be minus 14. And then still greater than or equal to 15. Now,
But don't they have to flip since it's a negative? Towards the end of it. Since it's
if we multiply or divide by a negative in the end. But right now, we haven't done anything like that.
okay,
Or multiply and divide both sides by negative, that
You're
is.
gonna add the 8.
Okay, hold on. I don't want to move the m anywhere. Question?
Oh, it's a question, but it's not math.
If it's not math related, it's not allowed right now.
Oh, what about after?
We're on this problem right now, Robbie. Get with me, be a math student here. Okay. On the left, I see like terms. I've got a 5, and I've got a minus 14 there. They're already on the same side of the inequality, so put them together. What is 5 minus 14?
Nine.
More specifically, negative 9.
Yeah, negative 9.
Okay. So right here, I still have negative m. 5 minus 14 is negative 9. Greater than or equal to 15.
Then we just add negative.
And at this point, I would like to think this is the type of equation we're more confident with. That I feel like this is the one that I don't see the struggles with on the test. So if it's negative 8m minus 9, we first want to add 9. Bring down your negative 8m. Minus 9 plus 9
Cross it out.
cancels to be 0. 15 plus 9,
24.
24. Still not done because
You have to divide the 8.
you got to divide by not just 8, but
Negative 8.
negative 8. Good. Since it's negative 8 times n, we're going to divide by negative 8. Negative 8m divided by negative 8 leaves me with just m on the left.
Oh, yeah.
24 divided by negative 8.
Negative 3.
There's the negative 3. And my question, as always, keep it or flip it?
Keep it. Skip it.
Flip it. It's negative.
What's negative?
The 3.
Negative 8.
It's not that the 3 is negative, it is, but we divided by a negative 8. So that tells me to flip it. M less than or equal to negative 3. So yeah, you're going to see some parentheses in homework where you need to distribute. Yes, you are. That is a skill we have to know how to do. Okay? Okay, one more variety here. What do you notice about this next one?
4.
There's 2 variables.
Okay, there's 4 pieces. There's variables on each side, right? So this is where we want to get all of our variables on one side, all the non-variables on the other side. So if I already have 3b here, how can I move the 2b over to join it?
Subtract 2b. I mean, add 2. Yeah, subtract 2.
Well, which is it?
Subtract 2. Because it's positive.
What kind of 2b is this?
What would it be?
Well, this right here is a minus 2b. So how do you get a minus 2b to cancel out? You're going to have to do the opposite, and we're going to have to add 2b. Where do I add 2b on the other side?
3b.
The 3b. Where did everyone go? You guys can't give up on me yet.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure. 3b plus 2b. Nope. 3 plus 2.
5.
There we go. 3b plus 2b is 5b. Carry down the plus 12. Carry down the greater than. Carry down the 37. And minus 2b plus 2b, that will cancel. Now, what I like about this one,
It's not negative.
well, you know what to do from here.
No, not really.
Yes, you do. This is just like all the others. If it's 5b plus 12,
You subtract 5.
not the 5.
12.
If it's, we're trying to get the b by itself, we're going to move 12 first. We're going to subtract 12.
Okay, so subtract 12.
Carry down the
5b.
5b. 12 minus 12,
0.
0.
So you divide by 5, that's just.
Hold on, I got to finish. Carry down my greater than. 37 minus 12 is
25.
25. And now I'm ready for the last part, David. If it's 5b, I'm going to
That's going to be b equals 5.
also close. I just don't like one word you said in there.
Negative b.
No.
B.
Okay, hold on. 5b divided by 5 is
0.
not 0.
Oh, b.
1b or b. 25 divided by 5.
That's 5.
I'm not putting an equal sign in there. That's what you said, David.
Okay, wow.
But I have to get nitpicky because on the test, if you write equal sign, I have to count off.
Well,
Do I keep the sign or switch the sign?
just keep it. Robbie, it's not negative.
Hey, David.
Okay. We divided by positive 5, so we are keeping the sign.
We're not the only one to try to answer this triangle.
Okay, guys. Just stop. Stop. Okay. These bottom two are a little unique. What do you notice is the same on both sides?
I think
Work with me here. Don't zone out. David, worry about you.
the 6 that
No, worry about you. Each of you in this classroom, worry about you. Let me do the teaching. Let me do the discipline. If someone else isn't answering, not your job. If someone else is answering, not your job. Let me decide whether or not I want to call on someone or I want to tell someone to stop answering. Understood? This goes to all of you. I get tired of listening to you guys all pick on each other about it. My job, not yours. These last two problems. What do you notice about the letters? Both sides? 5 in and 5 in are the same, right? Now, technically, if I want to move this 5 in over, it's a positive 5 in, so I would subtract 5 in. Okay, I'm going to erase those lines. That's going to look like division. I don't want it to look like division. 5 5n the whole point here is 5n minus 5n cancels. 5n minus 5n cancels. Where did my letters go? They canceled out, didn't they? So look at what, okay, bring all your remaining pieces down. What still remains? There's a 9
less than or equal
less than or equal to
-1.
a -1.
So it'd just be false, right?
So is 9 less than or equal to -1?
No.
And Ryland's going to say that 9 is not less than or equal to 1, is it?
So that-
9's bigger. So this is a false statement. And if you get a false statement, it is no solution. You will catch the no solution when your variables are the same and they cancel out. That's when you have a false statement remaining. That's when you have no solution. Okay? Now, real quick to finish this up. Do you notice the same type thing happens here?
Yeah, but that's true.
Okay, so let's talk about this. If this is a 6x and I want to move it to the other side, I'm going to subtract 6x. Oh, 6x minus 6x, 0. 6x minus 6x, 0. Look at your remaining pieces.
8 is greater
I have 8
than or equal to 2.
greater than or equal to 2.
So it's true because it is greater.
Is 8 greater than 2? Okay, so when it's a true statement, it's not no solution. Do we remember?
This.
What is it? We had it in last chapter. Well, oh wait, we actually talked about identity. But we also talked about this one. All real numbers. We more talked about identity, I think, in the last one. Okay, so when the variables cancel out and it's a false statement, no solution. When the variables cancel out and it's a true statement, all real numbers. Okay, lesson 3.4 in Math Excel. We've got to be math students, okay? We've got to keep going through this. So work on that for tomorrow.